Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. Free agency has been happening this whole week. There's been a lot of changes for the 49ers, both departures and arrivals, re-signings, all that stuff. I won't be going over every single free agent, but at the same time, I'll be highlighting some of the big ones that happened for the 49ers this week. So, John Lynch and company have been very busy with a lot of transactions. It's going to be fun to talk about this. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Nothing too crazy for me. Weekend's coming up. The draft is coming up in about a month or two. That should be exciting right there. And yeah, let's just talk about free agency. Let's see all the craziness happening. I'm pretty sure some of you guys loved it. Some of you guys didn't like the moves that they did. But at the end of the day, I have to trust John Lynch and company, Kyle Shanahan. These guys, they've been doing it for years. For the most part, they've done a lot of hits. They've had some misses, but they have had a lot of hits as well. I'm going to be taking that to the bank and betting on the 49ers any day of the week to make some great moves. All right, some big notable departures. The big one, I would say, Arik Armstead, the 49ers cut him recently. A few hours ago, he agreed to a 2 or 3 year deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Funny, Trent Baalke's there. But anyways, Armstead, wish him the best of luck. He was great for us in San Francisco. Was he amazing? That's up for you guys to debate, but I thought he was good enough. But at the same time, that's not really good enough with the 49ers. I mean, everybody has a debate between him and DeForest Buckner. I think they should stay with DeForest Buckner. I know that was a little controversial at that time and still is, that they let him go instead of Armstead and they paid him a little bit cheaper. George Kittle, he was on contract at that time. You got to debate on if they could have done that or what. But still, I think a lot of you guys, including myself, would probably say Buckner was the better choice. And look in hindsight now, that was pretty much the wrong choice that the 49ers did, unfortunately. Could have made some big differences. I think Buckner and Bosa for years to come could have been awesome. And maybe that could have been the big difference right there. As much as I love Armstead, as much as he contributed to the 49ers on the field, he was always hurt. Last year, he missed a lot of games. I think that was the thing that the 49ers were giving him a hard time, I'm pretty sure, during negotiations, restructuring, pay cuts, stuff like that. Armstead said no, walked out, and became a Jacksonville Jaguar. But still, I'm happy for him. He's still getting his money. Always happy for the guys to get the money as much as they can because they do have lives as well to support families and themselves for the rest of their lives after football, because there is a life after football. So Armstead, good luck to you in Jacksonville. Rooting for you big time. And we'll see where it leads us to. Next up, this just happened a few hours ago as well. Ray McLeod, return man, signing a 2 year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. Going to miss him big time. He was a great returner for the 49ers. Had a lot of great moments. He almost got that ball in that Super Bowl with Darrell Luter. His feet hit the football during the punt, and Ray had to try to get it, but at least he tried to get it, not like Cam Newton or anything like that. So good luck to him. I hope he does well in Atlanta. Be watching him, definitely. And, always got to support the guys that have always played for the 49ers. I don't know if people say this in San Francisco. Once a Niner, always a Niner. That's just me right there. A really weird one, Eric Kendricks from the Chargers. He was going to sign a 1 year deal with the 49ers, but he decided to change his mind and go to the Dallas Cowboys. Linebacker, leader for the Chargers last year. Great career in Minnesota. And not surprising that he is going to the Cowboys because Mike Zimmer is currently the defensive coordinator over there. He was the head coach of the Vikings, if you don't know, a while back before Kevin O'Connell, I believe, right now. So that's a good move on his part. Would have been nice to have him, but at the same time, you got to go what you know. And Zimmer has been really good to him. He's been a Pro Bowl All-Pro for the past few years now. Let's see some other notable moves. Kyle Juszczyk's taking a restructured deal. I don't know if it's a pay cut, but structuring to the point where they can work some money out and get some more players. I think that's good right there. Fred Warner doing the same thing too. Always good to see restructurings, and hopefully it pays off, and I think it will. Being able to get guys to come back with extra money in hand, I think that really helps out big time. You're looking at the Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. He restructured his deal, and they were able to get Chris Jones back. That's a really big deal for them. So I'm glad that they're doing it, and they're still getting their money, but I believe it's going to be a bonus. It's kind of confusing on how the NFL does that kind of stuff because contracts are not fully guaranteed. Hey, I'm not a capologist or anything like that, so you're going to have to talk to an executive or a person of expertise on that. But restructuring, that's a good thing for the 49ers in terms of being able to get players for this year and not everybody walking out because we didn't have enough money in the salary cap. A big trade right here, Malik Collins coming from the Houston Texans. Hey, DeMeco Ryans, right? Very good pickup, 7th-round pick. Very good with the Texans for the past few years. He was with the Cowboys and the Raiders as well. So far, it has 25.5 sacks. That's going to be really good right there. Add some more pushes to the pass rush and stuff like that. A big replacement to Armstead. Happy to see him. Hopefully he does well with the 49ers. Welcome to San Francisco if you're ever watching this, Mr. Collins. And cool. That's really great to see a former Texan, D'Amico Ryans guy, going to the 49ers and only getting a 7th-round pick, which I believe Ryans and them and Nick Caserio probably gave a little discount to the 49ers. If it was another team, they probably would have asked for a higher draft pick, but only a 7th-round pick, I'll take that any day of the week. Let's see, some other moves. Jordan Elliott coming from the Cleveland Browns, more defensive line depth. That's always great. Jordan Odom, special teams, backup safety, 2-year deal. That's a big deal right there. He plays really well in special teams. One of the best special teamers in the NFL right now. Much not undeserved, but unappreciated. Or I shouldn't say underappreciated, but underrated. There you go. Underrated players for the 49ers. We don't talk about him too much, but he makes plays on special teams if you're really into special teams play. A lot of us probably just want the ball not to be returned or anything like that for a big yardage. And the 49ers special teams do a pretty good job minus that big botch in the Super Bowl. So give him credit right there. Glad to have him back. Let's see some other moves. Sam Darnold, the backup quarterback for the 49ers. Brock Purdy's man. He's going to the Minnesota Vikings. Kind of sad. I am kind of a fan of Sam Darnold, not going to lie. I don't know, maybe because he played in Carolina for that 1 or 2 years that he was with the Panthers before coming to the 49ers. Most of the Carolina Panther guys are gone. Sam Darnold's gone. Steve Wilkes is gone. I think the only guy right now we have is Christian McCaffrey. So, as a Panther supporter, because I'm from the Charlotte area, born and raised for the most part here, does suck to see another Panther gone with the 49ers, but hopefully for the best for him in Minnesota. Has a really good chance of competing for a starting job because of the fact that Kirk Cousins is with the Atlanta Falcons right now, where Ray Ray's at. That should be interesting right there. So good luck to him in Minnesota. Javon Kinlaw going to the New York Jets, going to Robert Saleh makes completely sense right there. So I wish him the best. I wish he could have had a better career with the 49ers. I think he showed a lot of talent this year and the times he played. It's just that for whatever reason, like Armstead, he was very injury prone, even worse than Armstead because Armstead would at least play a lot of the games, but Kinlaw just couldn't stay healthy with the 49ers. So I'm hoping he can do much better things with the Jets. The Jets are an awesome defense, and I think he'll be a great contribution to that team. And the system is going to be very similar to what we run in San Francisco minus this year with Steve Wilkes. So good luck to him. Wish him the best. And yeah, anybody that leads the 49ers, you'll never be forgetting for the most part. And, always appreciate the contributions that they made to this team, whether small or big. Next one, Gross Matos coming from the Panthers, getting a 2-year deal. There's a lot of 1 to 2 year deals with these players in free agency, not just with the 49ers, but in the NFL in general. I think players are trying to bet on themselves, on the team that they're in, whether they re-signed or joined another team. Maybe they're trying to get a bigger payday. I'm feeling like that's the big thing with the 49ers right now. That's a good thing, I would say. Love to see players get paid big time. Hopefully their investment pays off. Some people does pay off, some people don't. It depends, but depends on the situation that they're in a certain team. But Gross Matos coming 2-year deal from the Carolina Panthers, more defensive line help. A big one right here, Jawan Jennings re-signing with the 49ers, restricted free agent, getting a 2nd-round tender. I think he went their long-term deal, but hey, I hope they can work something out. I believe they can work something out. Jennings is very clutch. I always kept saying this after the Super Bowl. He would have been the MVP of the Super Bowl had we won that game big time. So much credit to him. Very underrated player. And I think if they let him go, I think the offense would suffer just a little bit because he's that clutch, that good for the 49ers receiving rotation. Big one, the biggest fish that we got in this free agency period, the Javon Hargrave of 2024. Leonard Floyd coming from the Buffalo Bills. He did play for the Rams a few years ago. I keep thinking that he came from the Rams, but he played in Buffalo and then came to the 49ers. I believe he was the guy that he tackled Rodgers, and then Rodgers accidentally tore his Achilles. Yeah, that sucks right there, and I'm pretty sure that was totally unintentional right there. But Floyd, very big addition to the 49ers. Can't wait to see that because Floyd, he hasn't missed a game, I don't think, in a few years, which is good right there. We need some durable players, and so far for the 49ers, minus last year, 49ers players haven't been really that durable for the most part, but a great addition to the 49ers. Is he going to be a full-time starter? Probably not 100%. I don't think he's the guy that can play 3 downs, but he definitely can play a lot of downs and give a lot of reps. I think that's good right there. He's getting up there in age a little bit. Believe he's 32 years old, but still playing at a high level. Not the highest level, but a really high level. And yeah, the 49ers, the big takeaway, defensive line, defensive line. A lot of people, even myself included, were like, why are they drafting so many defensive linemen? Why are they picking up so many guys with the departures of Arik Armstead, Clean Farrell, all the other role players? I think you got to replace him, and they're doing I'd say, a pretty good job on that level. I think they're focusing on the offensive line for the draft, maybe defensive back as well. So I'm hoping that they do that because the 49ers are pretty allergic to getting defensive backs, minus Travarius Ward. I mean, we have great guys like Ambry Thomas, but I feel like we need that other guy opposite to Ward that can really help out big time in the defensive backfield. So we'll see what that leads to. That's too early to talk about. I'll be hopefully talking about that in the next few days and stuff like that. So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. A lot to talk about. Anybody that's coming to the 49ers, welcome to San Francisco. Anybody that left us to go to free agency, definitely best of luck to you guys on whatever team you're at. Always be rooting for you. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Please let me know what you guys think about this free agency period so far. Good pickup, bad pickup. Any departures that you were surprised with, please let me know in the comments below. As always, like and subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. And I hope to catch you guys up more when I talk about the 49ers. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Go Niners all day.